Most of us at some point would love to own a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, and here today at Wadeke Auto we have a 2020 Toyota Landcruiser Prado petrol. With some very good mileage, 7,500 kilometers only. That is some decent mileage for a 2020 Toyota Landcruiser Prado. And this is a petrol. You get a 2.7 liter, which is actually pretty good. If you're looking for a Prado that will not cost you much in terms of maintenance and servicing, this could be a perfect unit for you. But if you're after fuel economy, this might not be the best choice. The diesel one will give you some decent fuel economy. On average, a petrol Prado will give you around 10 kilometers per liter, but for diesel you can get up to 14 kilometers per liter. Anyway, that's not the point today. Today I want to show you or to showcase this 2020 Toyota Landcruiser Prado petrol. It is a TX. You get 7-seater, beige interior, and of course you get this beautiful pearl white with modelista body kit. So if you do want something that will uplift your status, here in Kenya we assume that ukiwa umenunua Toyota Landcruiser Prado, at least umeanza kufika mahali fulani sawa. So we have this Prado for you. And of course, apart from the Toyota Landcruiser Prado, we have so many other cars, including those, we have two Subaru Imprezas over there, two-wheel drive. If you'd like to have a Mazda CX-5, this is a diesel. We had 6 2 days ago. Right now, we only have 2. So we are selling all our cars. We showed you several Mazda 2s. And of course, as you can see, there are so many empty spaces around here. Guys are really buying cars from us. And we thank you guys for, of course, trusting Wadeke Auto Trading. We are the home of reliability, trusted deliveries all the way to home. Kulikuwa na Mazda Demio ya grey hapa tushapeana. Kulikuwa na kingine ya black ishaenda pia. So if you want me to plug you with the car, we have several options for you. And of course we have a wine red or soul red Mazda 3 there with black leather interior, one of the best cars in the class. And yeah, I think we'll do a review of that and post it on our channel very, very soon. So back to this Toyota Landcruiser Prado, and before we do an in-depth review, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, like and share, because this is what we do on a daily basis. We do car reviews and also we do showroom walkarounds. So Derek, acha tuwapige a quick 360-degree view of the car. From the front you get this clean look. This is very specific to Toyota Landcruiser Prado. There is no other car with this type of grille. All the Prados, this is primarily what you get. You get this grille over here that has a bit of chrome. Your large emblem over here. You also get front-facing camera. Down here, you're being reminded that this has modelista body kit. That's why it looks a bit small, bulkier, and also it makes the car look more aggressive and more beautiful. I think I like Toyota Landcruiser Prado with this setup. But if you're an off-roader, this might not be the best setup for you. Even though you still get some decent ground clearance for a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, if you're going to the off-road, you need some very good space down there. In terms of the headlights, Toyota Landcruiser Prado uses a mix of features. You still get your bulb technology inside there, which is of course very practical. It's easy to replace. In case you damage it, you can just replace it immediately. Your projector headlights and your daytime running lights over here, which might be a bit expensive, around 120,000 to replace a pair of these headlights on a Toyota Landcruiser Prado. On your off-road adventures, in case your headlights are muddy or dirty, you have headlamp washers right there, at least to help you clean them. Here in Kenya, you don't use them much. I've seen several people rivet these things because there are those guys who like unplugging this kind of stuff. A number of sensors on the front side, because this car being a 2020 model, it operates with the Toyota Safety Sense, which includes pre-collision monitoring system, blind spot monitoring, lane departure assist, lane keeping assist, and those all safety features. Fog lights come standard in a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, chrome finishing on it. On the lower side, you have a bit of chrome on your modelista body kit, and I've seen some other people, they put daytime running lights on this side, at least to make the car look more appealing to the eye. On the side profile, Derek, maybe you can show them the side egery. It looks good. Toyota Landcruiser Prado, as always, looks amazing. Of course, it is a long car, so you get some decent space in the front row, in the rear side, and also in the third row, you get some very good spacing. Here on the sides, you get some nice tires for your Kenyan highways. If you want off-road, maybe you can put your all-weather tires, or maybe you can go for mud terrain tires. But these are ready to face any terrain that you take it into. Some nice alloys over here. These are machine cut alloys. These are premium alloys for Toyota Landcruiser Prado. You have some nice brake discs over there. Also, you have some brake calipers, not the best, but for this Toyota Landcruiser Prado, it is very much okay. Now, inside there, you get your double wishbone suspension with coil and springs. Of course, double wishbone for comfort is the preferred option in a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, because we say Toyota Landcruiser Prado is an off-roader, and at the same time, it is a luxury SUV. So if you want a car that will handle all those features at the same time, double wishbone suspension is the best thing for you. And of course, you get independent suspension system, both on the front side and also on the rear side. LED blinkers on the side mirrors, which is very much okay. On the lower side, you get these beautiful side steps. You usually find this majorly in the TXL, but since these are Prado with their body kit, they replaced these ones. They replaced the older versions for these ones, which actually look pretty good. In terms of ground clearance, on a normal day, you get 21 centimeters of ground clearance. That is 210 millimeters, which is perfect for your off-road adventures. Toyota Landcruiser Prado gives you some amazing ground clearance. This one reduces it to maybe 19 or 18 centimeters of ground clearance, which is still perfect, no complaints about it. On the rear side, you get the same size tire, same size wheels, but now on the rear side, you get your 4-link suspension system, which is very, very robust. It balances on comfort and road handling, and also weight bearing. Remember, these are heavy units, so your multi-link suspension system is the best for that. Toyota Hilux uses a different suspension. You get your leaf springs on the rear side because that's a heavy vehicle. But for Fortuner and Toyota Landcruiser Prado, you get your 4-link, or you can call it your multi-link suspension system, which is actually independent. So each tire will adjust itself depending on where it is. The car also is a full-time 4-wheel drive. So wherever you're driving, anywhere in muddy terrains, you're driving in grass, it's raining and all that, the vehicle will adjust the tires in in real time, depending on the road conditions. On the rear side, you get the typical look of a Toyota Landcruiser Prado. I think we've seen this in a very long time. I think nothing has changed. Maybe the aesthetics on the taillights has changed a bit, but for the longest time possible, I think this is the setup that you get. You're being reminded that these are TX, these are TXL, these are TZG, and also these are VXL. For the Australian market, you get Kakadu and Altitude, which we don't usually get them here. A bit of chrome with your Landcruiser Prado lettering over here. Rear facing camera, beautiful emblem right there. And on the lower side, you get this rear bumper, which actually looks good. 2 exhausts on this side, a number of sensors right there, your reflectors. And of course, since this has some body kit, you get extra features on it. So Derek, maybe you can show them the interior tuangalie kukoaje, and then of course we'll continue. Keyless entry on this massive SUV. And for those of you who love SUVs with contrasting colors, for example, now this Toyota Landcruiser Prado is a two-tone color. We have beige on the seats, while on the dashboard you get a bit of gray. These are some very good gray color, which actually looks good. So Derek, maybe you come to this side. We start with the door as we sit inside here. So starting from the door, you get two-tone color. Also, you get beige finishing on the lower side, a bit of gray on the top side. And of course, it's majorly plastic to save on weight. But of course, in terms of protection, it's tried and tested, and it is very much okay. Power door controls on this side. Your door opener, your door handle feels good. You get a bit of leather on this side. Your door bins are large enough for your water bottles, maybe 2, and a few other stuff. Your paddle lights over here. And of course, you get a larger speaker. Now, as you sit inside here, this is what you get. You get this beautiful design. You get this steering wheel here that feels very, very good. It's a bit firm, but yeah, I know when you're driving, it will be a bit lighter. So you get your leather wrapped steering wheel, which actually feels good with some beautiful stitches over here. Multi-controls on the steering wheel for the infotainment system and also for your powertrain. On this side, you get your lane departure assist, pre-collision monitoring system, among many other controls. You also get adaptive cruise control in a Toyota Landcruiser Prado. That is very essential, which is very much okay. On this other side, you get your push to start button, some nice air vents over here, controls for your side mirrors are located there. You have controls for your side mirrors, your push to start, controls for your headlights. If you need to open the bonnet and your fuel cup, both of them are controls from this side. Let me show you the clusters. Okay, so those are your clusters. Actually, they look pretty good. I think only for the latest model, that is 2024 model onwards, that's when you get your digital clusters. But all the way to 2022, you get these analog clusters, which still looks very good. Your RPM meter over there, your notifications on the headlights. You have this Japanese writing over here, I think maybe for your cruise and all that. Fuel gauge, and also your speedometer for this massive SUV. Extra speakers on that side, a larger speaker here, and of course you get other speakers there. So in terms of entertainment quality, this Toyota Landcruiser Prado is nicely tuned for that. Anchor points for you to access the interior nicely. You have your curtain SRS airbags for your safety, and on this other side, you have your rear view mirror, which actually feels pretty good. Still analog, but it's very much okay. Lighting and also controls for your sunroof on this side, because we say this Toyota Landcruiser Prado comes with a sunroof. If this was a TXL, you'd have extra features on this side. Of course, you can see you have these empty spaces. In this case, you only have this button to activate your sensor, so you can easily or you can safely park your car in tight spaces. The center console looks large enough, and also it looks pretty good. For the fully loaded options, that is TZG and VXL, you get so many control features for your off-road adventures right there. But then since these are TX, you don't get all those features. On the top side, you get beautiful air vents, a large infotainment system right here. Not the best quality. I think in a TZG, you get your JBL audio, but for this, you only get the Panasonic infotainment system. Centralized AC controls over here. Of course, everything looks good. You have your dual controls. You can put it on auto, which is still very much okay. And of course, you have this screen here, which shows you what is happening. As you move to the lower side, you get this leather padding over here for your knees. If you're tall or in case of anything, this will protect your knees. Now, since this is not a TZG or a VXL, the space here is left empty. You have a deeper storage space, maybe for your phone or any accessory that you can put inside there. I think that's some very good spacing. On the lower side, you get traction control, which is actually pretty good. And also, you get your second start button. If you're in slippery locations, maybe you are starting your car in a slopey environment, if you activate this, your car will always start in second gear, low range, to ensure that it has some good handling. You have this knob here to lock your car in a high range 4-wheel drive or low range 4-wheel drive, which is still very much okay. All right, so you have high range and low range, but all 4-wheel drive. On this side, you get two cup holders, which are not the largest, but I think they are practical enough. I've not seen people complaining about the size of the cups. Gear shifter for your 6-speed automatic transmission, very, very smooth. Toyota Landcruiser Prado, and especially this being a petrol, you don't get so many complaints. I think the only complaint on a petrol Toyota Landcruiser Prado is the fuel economy. Apart from that, everything else is okay. Now, this part is empty. For a TZG, you get your normal mode, sports mode, and sport plus, and also you get your custom driving mode. Manual handbrake, which is a special feature for a car like this. I think I like the manual handbrake. Some other people prefer the foot brake, which is okay. You can heat and cool your seats in this Toyota Landcruiser Prado, telling from these buttons. And of course, actually you get to up 0 because we don't need the heat. Mombasa is already hot. Some space here, 12-volt output. Something is missing here because this is not the highest trim. Your armrest, which doubles as a storage space, and as soon as you open it, you get this tray where maybe you can put some pens, a notebook or something. And if you need to put something deeper or larger, you have some decent spacing. And for the TZG and VXL, you get heated cooler box. The rest of the dashboard looks nice. You have some decent spacing over there, wood finish, which feels pretty good. And yeah, for the latest Toyota Landcruiser Prado, all these changes, everything changes. Steering wheel setup, your clusters, location of your push to start, the infotainment system, AC controls, everything. And also the design on the center console changes. So for the latest Toyota Landcruiser Prado, keep tabs on the channel, we'll be reviewing it soon. The front passenger also gets the same features. You get this full leather seat here, which is actually pretty good, large enough. It's also perforated, which means the seats are also heated and cooled. Plus, it is also electric, minus memory seat settings. This Prado also, for the front passenger, you don't get memory seats. All right, so let's check out the rear seats. Of course, I used to call it the back seats, but most of you told me it's called rear seats. Starting from the door, everything looks beautiful. It has your cup holders, not cup holders, water bottles over there, door bins. Your speakers are nice. Everything else is okay. You're being reminded that this is a Toyota Landcruiser Prado. And of course, I love this chrome finishing over here. The interior looks good. The beige makes the car look more premium. I think I like what I'm seeing here. Beige color all over, which is pretty good. I think it maintains some sort of cleanliness. Pockets to put a few things on either side, some nice air vents, 12-volt output on that side. And I think I like these door mats here. I think these are some very good fluffy door mats which feel pretty good. The seats are nice. Some perforations here, even though the seats are not heated and cooled on the lower side. You get your drop-down armrest with 2 cup holders. So yeah, that's pretty much okay. And let us now test out the room space. Let us see if the space is very adequate. So for those of you who have been asking yourself about the spacing, maybe there is a car on that side. Yeah, so of course, as you can see, the space is very much adequate. Yeah, so you can still tuck in your legs right there. And of course, in terms of the headroom, you get some decent spacing over there. So 3 large individuals like Derek can sit here comfortably. Down here goes your armrest. These are drop-down armrest. You can use it as your accessory for your cup holders, which houses 2 cup holders right there, which is very much okay. So for the rear side, the space is very much adequate, very, very comfortable, some good leg room, and also for your headroom, it is actually amazing. For a vehicle like this, you won't miss your ISOFIX anchor points, which are located here and here. So your baby carrier can actually fit inside here nicely. Now, if you need to access the rear seats, we have this button here, which you can use to fold the rear seats. But for the front side, just pull this lever and the seat will be folded to allow you push it back. So you can actually fold this seat for you to access that side, but you have to be, you need to use some good style to access the rear side, because this is actually how far the seat can go. On the rear side, you only get 2 seats on the 3rd row, which are for an adult like Derek or me. The space would not be ideal, but for kids, this is a best place for them. So you have this button here to fold the seat. You get your 2 cup holders over there, anchor points on the top side. For safety also, you get safety belts over there. You have some places for them to put one of the 2 things, and of course you have your safety belts hooks over there. On the rear side, of course, we had talked about it. If you need to open this door, of course, it is a swing door, so it swings to the side. That's a very typical setup over Toyota Landcruiser Prado, with some of the accessories being placed inside here. So if you can open this, you get a few things for you right there. Of course, as you can see, there are several things for this vehicle. So that is actually a nice setup for this Toyota Landcruiser Prado. You just need this space to put a few more things. If you get your triangle, your lifesaver triangle, you can put it here. Anything else extra can be placed inside here. So I think for a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, this is very, very good. Now, in terms of spacing or the capacity on a 7-seater Toyota Landcruiser Prado, with the 3rd row up, you only get 110 liters of space, which is not very, very adequate. Maybe if you have a small suitcase or some groceries, they'll fit on the rear side, but it is at risk of falling, because I don't think there's some very, very good space. If you need extra spacing, you can fold the rear seats, these ones here. I just pull this stuff. You can fold these seats electrically using these buttons here, which is actually pretty good. Look at this, it folds down nicely to get you up to 550 liters of space, which is now something adequate for family adventures. Umetembea around, umeenda shopping and you need some good spacing, you fold the rear, the third row seats to give you 550 liters. And let's say you need extreme size in terms of space, you can also fold your second row seats to get up to 1,800 liters. So that is some very good size for a car of this nature. Toyota Landcruiser Prado is a proven car in terms of reliability. It's tried and tested. It has been in the Kenyan market for the longest time, so you don't need to worry about how it will perform. Now, because they say this is a petrol, you get a very nice engine here. You get your 2TR FE 2.7 liter petrol, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, or a non-turbo petrol. Right, so in terms of the engine bay, this is what you get. You get no turbos on this, but you still get a very nice setup. Of course, this is your 4-cylinder non-turbo petrol 2.7 liter that pushes 163 horsepower, 246 Newton meters of torque. Not the best for a vehicle of this size, but it is what it is from a Toyota Landcruiser Prado. So if you need it, here we go. Average of 10 kilometers per liter. So if you're interested in this, we are asking for only 7.5 million shillings, simply because this is a 2020 model and it has some very low genuine mileage, that is 7,500 kilometers only. So if you are in the market for a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, this is a potential car for you. And some of the things that will make you buy a Prado is reliability, of course, ruggedness, off-road capabilities, and also luxury. So those are some of the good things that will make you buy a Toyota Landcruiser Prado, and also including road presence. Ukinunua gari bana, everybody will respect you in our Kenyan society. So if you're interested in this, it is available. Make sure you follow me also on this channel, because we have so many other cars for you. And we also do trade-in. As you can see, there's a KDD there. This one is a imepata baya KDX. There's another trade-in vehicle right there. There are so many cars. We also do trade-in. So if you need to trade in your vehicle, this car is available. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this amazing channel, Wadeki Auto Trading.